Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world. Contact.
Welcome to this presentation of UPSL Soccer Action, live on YouTube and presented by the Atlantic Soccer Media Group.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that everyone please stand for the playing of our national anthem. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, to ASMG TV's coverage of the UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division here at Odis Spencer Stadium in Columbus, Georgia. It is FC Columbus Elite taking on Kalonji Pro Profile. Thank you so much for watching here on ASMG TV. Take a look at the leaderboard as it stands right now here in zone number 1. Atletico Buford are all done for the season with 23 points. Kalonji Pro Profile, if they were to win this match tonight, they will see themselves in the top spot and will win zone number 1. A loss or a draw will keep them where they're at, as Atletico Buford defeated them during the regular season. Pachuca, Georgia, Georgia Revolution, they're taking each other on tonight. Whoever how that seats, we could see that 3 and 4 shift. Top 4 teams, they are locked in for Zone 1 Premier playoff action. We just need to figure out where those seats are going to go. Look at leaderboard in Zone 2 before we kick it off. Potros FC, the undefeateds, stay undefeated. They are going to be under action here in a little bit, and they've still got 2 more matches to go for the season. They could finish the season with the undefeated streak. We'll have to wait and see. LSA Norcross Pro, 1 match to go tomorrow, which is against Atlanta United. That might switch the seat around a little bit. Scenic City SC, they're locked in for their first playoffs. The top 4 teams in Zone 2 are the 4 teams that we're going to see in the Premier playoffs, and it's going to be Zone 1 against Zone 2. It will be Columbus Elite in all white, moving from left to right. They're going to get us underway. Kalonji Pro Profile in the all black, moving from right to left. That is where we are in this match. Kareem Tamimi back in the lineup for Kalonji Pro Profile today. Had to serve a red card suspension last match. Underway for a yellow card accumulation recently. And that ball will go out, and it will be a throw for Kalonji Pro Profile. It is a beautiful night for soccer down here in Columbus, Georgia. 74 degrees, a light wind, and an absolutely exquisite venue here at Odis Spencer Stadium. Kalonji Pro Profile bringing a very light crew tonight, as a lot of the players on assignment in other venues, as some of these pro players, these pro profile players, they are also a part of the coaching staff for the Kalonji Pro Profile Academy system. So some of those players are on assignment as coaches. That ball finds its way out. That was very precarious. Henry Playtez not able to really control that ball, and it'll be a corner for Columbus Elite here in the 2nd minute. You see here at Odis Spencer Stadium, it's a very wide stadium. A lot wider than you would normally see on some of the other stadiums around the Georgia Conference. To the back post, headed away. It will find its way out, and it'll be a throw for Kalonji Pro Profile. Take a look at that opportunity just a second ago, and you see as this ball comes forward and it bounces through from that flick, and Playtez bounces off of the post. Didn't really have his bearings there, but able to control it. Kalonji Pro Profile coming to this match, 7 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. FC Columbus Elite, they come into this match 2 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw. Grabbed there by the keeper for Columbus Elite. They are safe in the Premier Division for 1 more season. Through the midfield, FC Columbus Elite, they will work it back to the edge of center circle. Lifted forward, but that's going to easily be escorted out. Well, I thought about it. You thought Grant Carr was going to escort it out. Offsides was called. Blake White lays it off for Pavlotsky. He will go over to the far side. That ball still rolling, and it's still in. Going to be able to catch up to it. Put centrally, and Turner there to grab it. And you can see that was an advantage for Kalonji Pro Profile, as that ball was sent into that open space and really didn't have anybody there. But because the field is so wide here at Odis Spencer Stadium, it allowed the Kalonji man to run onto the ball. I believe that was Emmanuel Nagoy over there on the far side that was able to run that ball down. And Kamani Irving will just blast this one forward. Good control, keeps it in. Back to center circle, controlled by Pavlotsky. Tamimi will go over to the far side, able to control it. Held up by the defender. Forget that. To be a foul. It'll be a corner, excuse me. All caught up. 6-minute corner, outswinger for Kalonji Pro Profile. To the near post, headed and in for Kalonji Pro Profile. Blake White able to get above the defenders, put that into the back of net, make it 1-0 here in the 6th minute. And you see, perfect, held up, puts a perfect cross in from it, head over the bar, nothing that Jackson Turner could do, and it's up and over him and in for the 1-0 lead here in the 6th minute. Now, FC Columbus Elite, they're going to have to come from behind. That's a collision between the two players, and a foul is going to be called on the FC Columbus Elite man. Colliding between Grant Carr and Henry Plates. You see right there. Back live. Good touch of the ball by the FC Columbus Elite man. That was number 15, Augustine, who was able to settle that ball. It was a great ball forward from FC Columbus Elite. So be a corner for Columbus Elite. Here comes the in-swinger. It'll go to the back post. Cleared off by Kalonji. White is gonna just miss out there. Collides with the Columbus Elite man. He was able to get it into the box and cleared. Kalonji Pro Profile had to come with a few different players. That back line, though, that's the same four that they have used throughout this regular season for the fall 2025 season. Ben Davies, Kamani Irving, Elgero Demise, and Grant Carr. They've changed here and there the left and the right back. We've had some times for some other players to come in, but Grant Carr and Ben Davies, at least for the last month, they have been that solid back four for Kalonji Pro Profile. Last match for Atletico Buford, again, for FC Columbus Elite was against Atletico Buford. I'll spit it out. Atletico Buford came away with a 6-1 win. Before that, they defeated Georgia Impact here at Odis Spencer Stadium 4-2, which was a really critical match for them to stay in the Premier Division in the spring. We'll see if in the springtime they are joined by their stadium partners down here in Columbus, Georgia, that being Fountain City FC. They took the fall season off this Premier Division season. They normally share this field with them. Long ball for Kalonji Pro Profile. But that'll go right to Turner. He'll grab it. Throw it out. McGuire down the line to Augustine. Another ball that is in that open space. It's just so helpful to have this wide field. Wood will go back to Argueta, back to Braden Wood. He is the top goal scorer for FC Columbus Elite this season. McGuire will go back, and he'll move out of the way so Wood can move into space. Back to the defense, and they will go forward to Augustine. His ball cleared by Grant Carr, and that'll be a foul committed by Wood, and it'll be a chance for Kalonji Pro Profile to breathe a sigh of relief as they were starting to get pressured there. We have a ton of matches going on this weekend as this is the final weekend of the fall season. Next weekend begins the playoffs. We'll see if we can give you some of those live matches as we're going. As Georgia Revolution is taking on Pachuca, Georgia, which is a critical alignment for the playoffs as they are both in third and fourth place. And we'll see how that sets up. So tonight you have that match. It kicks off in just a little bit. Kickoff time is 7 o'clock, so at the top of the hour, it'll be Georgia Revolution and Pachuca, Georgia. And also at 7 o'clock, up in Dalton, it'll be Dalton United taking on SSL FC. Scenic City SC is taking on North Georgia United, and that is a very critical match for North Georgia United as they need points or they will find themselves potentially relegated to Division I. That's how tight it is over there in zone number 2 as it stands right now in the zones. North Georgia United and FC Birmingham are currently tied on points. They played each other twice this season. Each team got a win. It was the same amount of points. It is down to the wire between Birmingham and North Georgia United on who is going to be relegated. We already know in the Zone 1, Georgia Athletic, they're in the relegation spot. They don't have an opportunity to get out of it as this Columbus Elite crew have 7 points. Georgia Athletic, they're currently with 0 points due to a forfeit that was completed this week. against this Kalonji Pro Profile team, they were deducted 3 points. So even if it would have had the 3 points, they still would have been relegated, as they can't get 4 points to get with Columbus Elite. Foul on the Kalonji Pro Profile man. No card issued. Gets up slowly. We'll see what happens in Division I this season in their playoffs and see who has the potential to be promoted. Their season is 1 week behind the Premier Division, so we'll find out as the winner of the Premier playoffs is preparing to compete in the national tournament of who is going to find their way forward. FC Columbus Elite moving the ball around with ease right now. Get it to Wood. He will try that pass, cut off by Kalonji. Just kind of a nonchalant pass. They immediately win it back. Come over here to the near side. Augustine, he's got ample space to move forward. Grant Carr, that one pulled wide, out for a goal kick. Would like to have seen Augustine to move forward a little bit more. Pressure Grant Carr into the box. You can see here, receives this ball about 35 yards out, moves forward, gets to right at the edge of the box, takes the shot, pulls it wide. Back alive here at Odis Spencer Stadium as the sun has set. Columbus Elite win the ball there. Immediately give it back. Kareem Tamimi, the Atlanta United 2 former player, holds up. Good pass. Shot taken, and it finds the back of the net. Got a hand on it, but cannot hold off Blake White's strike and makes it 2-0 Kalonji Pro Profile. Got to feel for Jackson Turner here. You see Kareem Tamimi. He gets it through the 2 defenders, holds up, hits it with his left. He gets a hand on it, but he just cannot stop it from rolling into the back of the net to make it 2-0. You got to feel for Atletico Buford. They have had a sensational season coming up from Division I. They started the season defeating this Kalonji Pro Profile team 8-3, and they have been at the top of the table the entire season. And it's only until now, the final game of the season, that they can find themselves into second place, and Kalonji Pro Profile finds the win. Kalonji Pro Profile, their last action match was on the 9th, where they defeated Pachuca, Georgia 6-1. And it really comes down to that hard-fought draw with Georgia Revolution back on Wednesday night, as Georgia Revolution and Atletico Buford ended in a 2-2 draw. That match is what separates them from lifting a trophy and getting ready for the playoffs to take on whoever ends up 3rd seed in Zone 2. The way it'll stack up, at least that's the way we think it's going to stack up. Punched out by Playtez finally cleared by Grant Carr. Wood over to the far side. Into the box, headed away by Carr. Columbus man goes down. No foul is called. And cleared by Kalonji. They got it to center circle. Could not get it any farther. The way that playoffs should be stacked up, it should be first seed of one zone taking on the fourth seed of the separate zone, and second seed taking on third seed taking on second seed, and vice versa. We'll get you all caught up after this weekend on who is playing who and where they're playing them. Braden Wood holding off those challenges, but they lose possession. Columbus Elite, they're trying to hold their own here against Kalonji. Can't. Absolutely just fell by himself there. An advantage is played. Over here to Augustine. And he a little bit of a misstep there too. And no foul is called. Physicality increasing here in the 21st minute. Good ball to Tamimi. He's in the box. He's going to take it, and he pulls it wide. Tamimi trying to find himself on the scoreboard, not able to do so. Right now, we have a two-way battle in the Golden Boot race. You look at both Zone 1 and Zone 2. Both zones have a player with 9 goals on the board. For Zone 2, it's Nazario Mbamio from Potros FC. From Zone 1, Wilfred Camden Chopa from Georgia Impact. Fighting for that ball, and right into the hands of Henry Playtez, but it will be out for, oh, it's still in. I was curious if maybe it went past the line from the Columbus man and they were calling it a goal kick. They're calling it in play, and he grabbed it. Tyrell Price of Zone 2 and Christian Suazo from Zone 1. They both have 8 goals. So it's a chance that Tyrell Price, I'll spit it out, from FC Birmingham, he might be able to get a goal, maybe even another one as they're taking on Potros FC. Crossed from Tamimi, but a foul is going to be called. Doing my best here to give you all caught up on all information throughout the league. While we call this wonderful match between Kalonji Pro Profile and FC Columbus Elite. Told you about all the matches here tonight. That ball is going to roll way back, but able to be kept in by Jackson Turner. There'll be 3 matches tomorrow to conclude this season. Potros FC, they'll be home to FC Birmingham. Can Potros seal the deal and be the Invincibles? First time that it's happened here, potentially happening here in the Premier Division for UPSL Georgia Conference. Last time a team went undefeated for the season was in 2020, and that was Jenga Atlanta, but that was before it was the Premier Division. That was back when the UPSL only had one men's division, which that division became Division 1 in the 2021 season. In that 2020 season, it was Jenga Atlanta that won undefeated in the regular season here in UPSL Georgia, won the national tournament. They were the Invincibles that season. They rebranded to Atletico Atlanta, and then they moved on from the UPSL. We'll see, maybe one day they rejoin. As we see from time to time, teams step away, come back, like Atlanta United Academy. Shot! Great save there by Spencer. Or excuse me, Jackson Turner. Excuse me. Jackson Turner is who made that save. Check on the player who is down. Taken short. Pavlotsky will go back into the box. Straight up into the air by Columbus. They're able to clear. Kalonji will tackle it back. Cut off once again by Columbus. Good ball forward from Columbus. Braden Wood. He'll go to center circle. Sent forward. Asher. Garone. Ball over the top, trying to get it to Augustine, but Grant Carr is there to send it forward for Kalonji. Tamimi. Not able to get that one past the defender. Back into control by FC Columbus Elite. They continue to utilize the width of this pitch. Not able to control that ball. We'll give it right back to Kalonji. Tamimi able to hold off the first challenge. That ball sent way too far forward. You're watching UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division action right here on ASMG TV. It is FC Columbus Elite 0. Kalonji Pro Profile 2 in over the top. That was the first real good opportunity for FC Columbus Elite to put a goal on the board. And that one sent over the top. You see Augustine fighting with Grant Carr. He gets past him, gets that through two defenders, and instantly up and over. Griffin Montroy not able to handle that pass. Good movement by Kalonji, holding off the challenge, but that pass cut off by Montroy, and he'll give it right in the middle to Garone. He'll come back here to the near side. McGuire up to, and just tackled away there, just moved off the ball. Manuel Nagoy just moved Montroy off of that ball. Augustine and Pavlotsky. And Pavlotsky will earn the foul as Augustine a little extra to gain possession there, more than center official deemed allowed. Pavlotsky will go to Kamani Irving. The captain will go to Demise. And Demise and Kamani Irving, they've really locked themselves into those center back roles for Kalonji Pro Profile. Kamani Irving's been the captain and the left center back for Kalonji Pro Profile for a few years now. And his partner for many seasons, Rimatachi, he stepped away from Kalonji Pro Profile playing. And that ball is going to be a foul on Jackson Turner as he slid out of the box, trying to control that. So with Tachi stepping away from his normal playing role in that right center back role, Demise taking over, and you see this ball. He slides out trying to grab it, and a little too far, and be a handball. So it'll be right on the touchline of the box. You can see right on that box line, about 13 yards out. Three-man wall for Tamimi. And a little too much there. Up and over, out for a goal kick. That's a hard one to make a shot, get on frame, as you're only about 13 yards out. You've got to get up and over the wall. Try to place it in that top corner on the far side of the net. Augustine holding off the challenge of Grant Carr. That pass cut off. Wasn't really on the mark there from Edwin Cruz. Kamani just able to get that away from Augustine. Carr back to Kamani. And the Kalonji Pro Profile squad got here to Odis Spencer Stadium very late. They showed up on the bus and didn't have very much time to prepare. Kareem Tamimi earns the foul. Yellow card going to be issued to number 5, Masoli Garone, for FC Birmingham, or FC Columbus Elite. I'll spit it out here in the 34th minute. Too many names, too many teams, late in the season. You see here, as Tamimi receives this ball, he's on the far side. He moves centrally, gets past the first defender, and as he's trying to get past there, he's just sandwiched by 3 defenders. And Garone will get the yellow. This is 20 yards out. Tamimi and White over the ball. Or excuse me, that is That one off the mark. Off the wall. It'll be a corner. That was number 17, Forster, that was up there with Kareem Tamimi when Tamimi took that shot. Taken short. This Kalonji Pro Profile squad, they will also be busy as the playoffs are going on, as they will participate in the final qualifying round of the 2026 U.S. Open Cup. They will be competing against Potros FC. That match will be played next weekend. We'll see how that match lines up with the playoffs and how it will impact not only Kalonji Pro Profile but Potros FC as well. And that really could be that match could be a prelude to the playoffs here in the Georgia Conference, potentially even the finals. Potros FC defeated Atletico Buford in the qualifying rounds of the U.S. Open Cup. Shot taken, deflected off of Davies. It'll be a corner. 36 minutes just about on the board. Kalonji Pro Profile holding on to a 2-0 lead. A brace by number 10, Blake White. To be an in-swinger from Columbus Elite. High in the sky to the far post and beyond. Trying to control it. And cleared by Kalonji. Tamimi trying to work his way past the defender. He's able to hold off. Number 12, Jefferson, comes over here to Blake White. White waiting for the on-runner, gives it to Forster. He gets into the box. Across, cleared by FC Columbus Elite. Good job by the defender for FC Columbus Elite, Isaiah Zamudio, because that ball was in a dangerous spot for Kalonji. Forster trying to make his way around and able to do so past the first man. Takes the shot, hits the post. Outside netting, goal kick. Tried to do that all by himself. Amiak Forster trying to make a name for himself here in the Kalonji Pro Profile season. Is this a rare chance for him to be on the field? As Coach Bruno Kalonji is usually very dead set on his 11. Especially his top three. Scenic City. Go back to the defensive line. They'll go forward over to the far side, controlled by Columbus Elite. Make his way around Davies. That ball will go out. It'll be a corner. Made her way around Davies. Be an in-swinger for Kalonji an in-swinger for FC Columbus Elite. I am just having all sorts of. Here comes the in-swinger to the right in the middle, passed over. Henry Playtez jumped, got a little bit of a touch on it. Lay it off, let the switch. Augustine steps away. Another in-swinger for Columbus Elite. Bouncing, cleared. Now, down the line to Tamimi for Kalonji Pro Profile. Comes across, gets to nasty challenge. Will it be a penalty? Both players are down. I was trying to see who it was for Kalonji Pro Profile. Take a look at that again, and you can see absolute complete on run for Kalonji Pro Profile. Receives it and absolutely trucked to the ground. And that is number 8, Kanye Samuel, who was injured for Kalonji Pro Profile. Jackson Turner is up, moving around. Strong, young goalkeeper, as all goalkeepers have to take those shots and get right back up. But that was not called a penalty. That was a foul on Samuel. So Kanye Samuel called for the foul on Jackson Turner. And we stay 2-0. Wasn't sure if they were calling a penalty or not. It's not every day that the goalkeeper comes out earning the foul. A lot of times they give that to the attacking player. Good control of the ball there. Cruz able to fight off, get it here centrally. Headed away. Columbus Elite still in this match. Don't let that scoreboard fool you. Comes to Kareem Tamimi. Nice ball forward, but Jackson Turner will take control of it for Columbus Elite. He'll throw it out. What a touch there by Augustine. Ball forward, but it's just too far. And Henry Playtez easily controlling it for Kalonji. That was just exquisite touch from Augustine. Tamimi there on the far side, dancing his way around the first defender. Looking for somewhere to go, absolutely closed down by half of the Columbus Elite team. He'll play it back. And Kamani Irving Shares a pass with Pavlotsky until he lifts it forward. Able to keep it in was Samuel. Tried to square past that, not going to get there. Wood. You can see he has a bandage on his nose. I didn't notice that earlier. That will make it difficult to breathe. And you see a bad pass there. Wins it back. You can see just in the lower right-hand corner the frustration by Braden Wood there once they lost the ball. We're in the final minute of regulation. We'll see how much stoppage time we will receive. Lifted forward, bouncing over, gets over here to Augustine, and Grant Carr has to toe poke it out for a throw. For Columbus Elite, taken quickly. Wood into the box, headed away. Still has a chance, headed down. And that one will be knocked out, and it will be a throw. Got interesting there in the box. Griffin Montroy battling there with Demise. Coming up to take the throw will be Jefferson. Let's see if he has a long throw in him. Headed away. Jefferson gets it back. And sent away again by Kalonji. Ball is spending a lot of time in the night sky right now in the 46th minute. Kalonji come away with it. Kareem Tamimi. And a foul, it will be committed by Tamimi as he was trying to control his space, trying to make his way around the Columbus player. Caught the Columbus player high in the face. Having a conversation with the center official. You see our officials for tonight. Robert Binge is our center. Patrick Park, Muhammad Hussein are 2 ARs, and Michael Buchanan is our 4th official for today's matchup. Good ball down that far line, not able to keep it in, and to go out for a throw. Good ball in that far channel. Just not able to control it was Columbus Elite. We're already 2 minutes into stoppage time. I did not see an indication, and that is going to do it for stoppage time and the first half here at Odis Spencer Stadium. We end with the first half with the score being FC Columbus Elite 0, Kalonji Pro Profile 2. We'll see if Columbus Elite can take this halftime time and rework, get ready for a competitive second half. We'll step away, allow you to get a beverage and a snack, and come back in a few minutes. Watch the highlights during the halftime, and we'll come back and we'll give you 45 more minutes of action here at Odis Spencer Stadium. We end at the half. It is FC Columbus Elite 0, Kalonji Pro Profile 2.
Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer. Hey coach, is your game going to be live streamed? Can't find a broadcast partner? I have the solution for you. It's time to contact the Atlantic Soccer Media Group. The Atlantic Soccer Media Group will provide you with the most extensive live coverage and affordable rates to bring your club's matches to your fans, so they will never miss any of the action.
Good ball laid off to that far side. Shot ripped. It's in! Dalton United at the death of the game! They go ahead, and this stadium is sent to raptures.
And bring them along with you as you raise the trophy.
Gentlemen, say it with them. They are the champions.
So what are you waiting for? For the best and easiest coverage, national exposure, attract sponsors, interact with your fans, work with scouts from around the world? Contact the Atlantic Soccer.
Welcome back here to Odis Spencer Stadium in Columbus, Georgia for this UPSL Georgia Conference Premier Division action at the half. FC Columbus Elite 0, Kalonji Pro Profile 2. Larry Weber bringing you all of the action tonight here on ASMG TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you get all of our content, not just this live action, but highlights, podcasts, interviews, so very much more right here on ASMG TV. Take a look at the leaderboard as it stands right now. Zone number 2, Potros FC. They have won the regular season title in Zone 2. LSA Norcross Pro, Atlanta United Academy, and Scenic City SC. Those are your 4 teams, and it is going to be interesting. We'll see what happens with LSA Norcross Pro and Atlanta United Academy as they play each other tomorrow. We could see maybe potentially a change. Because already Atlanta United Academy defeated LSA Norcross Pro 1-0. We'll see if that continues the way it does. You'll watch that match live tomorrow here live on ASMG TV. That match will be presented to you in Spanish, so we will have that in Spanish, not in English. Just so that you know that. Zone number 1 as it stands right now. Kalonji Pro Profile with this win. They'll jump up into first place. First time they've touched first place all season, and it's the last match of the season. Atletico Buford has been in that top spot the entire season. Pachuca, Georgia Revolution, they are underway down in McDonough, Georgia. Depending on how that match plays out, those seats might flip between 3 and 4. We'll find out as we come along. About ready to get kicked off here for the second half, and it's going to be Kalonji Pro Profile that will kick that Voight ball. Voight, the official match ball sponsor of the UPSL, and it'll be Kareem Tamimi who's going to get us underway in the second half. Kalonji Pro Profile, all black, left to right. FC Columbus Elite, all white, right to left. Robert Binge with the whistle in his mouth, ready to blow for the start of the second half. Just waiting for Henry Playtez to get all of his pieces in order. And we're underway here. Columbus, Georgia, Odis Spencer Stadium. You saw those 2 goals coming from Blake White in the first half in the 6th minute and 17th minute. See if Blake has an opportunity for a hat trick tonight. We'll see if there's any chance of goals for FC Columbus Elite. Make this game interesting. And it will. That match tomorrow between LSA Norcross Pro and Atlanta United Academy. That'll be brought to you by our partner from Telemundo, Diego Tabarez. He will be on the call for ASMG TV over at Meadow Creek High School. Blake White, he will elect to go back to Ben Davies. Good touch there. We'll see if there's any substitutions that come in for both sides. Both coming with very light teams, as FC Columbus Elite have a few more players on the bench than Kalonji. That one deflected. Each team can have up to 7 substitutions in the match. Kalonji Pro Profile only brought 3. Like I said, Kalonji Pro Profile, a lot of their players out on other duties. And one of those changes was made at halftime as Henry Playtez steps away in goal. Luis Vasquez playing in goal today, and that's one of the caveats that we've talked about throughout the season for Kalonji Pro Profile. They've had 5 different goalkeepers in the lineup this season as they're still looking for the complete replacement for David Magala, who sadly passed away last season. Nice little touch there. And we'll be here as the season ends, we'll start to put together an opportunity for Kalonji. And a foul committed there. As the season comes to an end, we'll start to put together our awards for the season. Coach of the season, manager of the season, golden boot, and the golden glove, which is now the David Magala Award. Played back. FC Columbus Elite struggling to find any form and attack in these first few minutes. Quickly taken by Tamimi as he was fouled right there centrally. Comes across and easily grabbed by Turner. Got a feel for the keeper for FC Columbus Elite. That 17th minute goal by Blake White, that second goal. He got a touch on it, just didn't have enough strength to hold off it from rolling into the back of the net. That's the type of goal that haunts you as a goalkeeper. Is you got down, you got a hand on it, you just weren't strong enough to keep it from finding its way into goal. Elite take a shot, and that one off the mark, out for a goal kick. Taken from distance. And just a little off, about 25 yards out when that shot was taken. Back underway here in the 51st minute. A foul will be committed by Columbus. As Kalonji Pro Profile have about 40 minutes to go before they can call themselves regular season champions again. They won the title, the regular season title, last season in the spring season. It was Potros FC who won the playoffs and got to represent the Georgia Conference in the national tournament that follows the playoffs here in the conference. Kalonji Pro Profile, the only Georgia Conference team in the Premier Division era that has been able to represent the Georgia Conference in the Final Four of the national tournament. Getting a little physical there. Between Pavlatsky and Wood. The yellow card is out from the center. Wood continuing to give his dissent to what happened. But a yellow card is still going to be issued to the Columbus Elite man in the 52nd minute. The only other yellow issued tonight was in the 34th minute, and that was to number 5, Masole Garon. So 2 yellow cards issued for Columbus Elite. No yellow cards that I've seen, at least, for Kalonji Pro Profile. We'll see if that matches up with the referee report after this game is over. The captain Zamudio ready to get us back underway here in the 53rd minute. Pavlatsky getting a talking to. You'd like to see that from the officials. Just making sure everybody's on the same page. Make sure that nothing egregious happens on our pitch here in the Georgia Conference. You hate to see, even in the professional ranks, you hate to see players make it a brawl or anything like that. Zamudio will send one forward, headed away by Kalonji. Nice tackle there from Columbus. He goes down, he earns the foul. And it was number 15, Augustine, with the tackle. Take a look at this tackle right there. Beautiful tackle. Or I don't see who that was. Excuse me. It wasn't Augustine who did the tackle. Nevertheless, it was Augustine that earned the foul. Might have been Edwin who committed that tackle. Nevertheless, it was a great opportunity for Columbus. We're only about 18 yards or 28 yards out. I'll spit it out. 28 yards out. And it's Wood over the ball. It's right in line with the box on the far side. He'll take it. And it bounces through out for a goal kick. Vasquez never got a hand on it. Again, another beautiful day here in Georgia as we are deep in fall now. 70 degrees. Nice, clear evening in Georgia. It's about a 2.5 hour drive for these Kalonji Pro Profile players to make it down here to Columbus. Here on the west side of the Georgia state line, close to Alabama. Work your way around to the far side. And we're going to earn a foul on that attempt by Kalonji. Sent forward. Kalonji, they'll win the ball from an errant pass. Holding off Columbus as of right now. That ball finally making it into possession of Columbus as they continue to press. Nice turn, still has control of it. And not able to get that pass right from Edwin Cruz. He made a beautiful turn there, held off the tackle. And his ball to Augustine was just not on the mark. And it rolls its way over to the wall here at the stadium. Odis Spencer Stadium. Those two matches between Scenic City SC and North Georgia United. That's kicked off up there in Chattanooga. And that is a foul. And that, if that is a yellow card for number 5, that is a red card. That'll be a red card for number 5 as he was yellow carded in the 34th minute. Jerome's day is done. To add just more bad luck here for FC Columbus Elite. You see this ball gets to Pavlotsky and just goes through him, and he knew immediately once he did it, he knew that it was his day was done in the 59th minute. So not only are they down by 2, but now Columbus will be down a man for the remaining 31 minutes of this match. Kalonji, play it back out of the box. Looking for somewhere to go. That one cut off. But they'd work their way back into possession. Do Kalonji. Tamimi. Over here to the near side. Gets around Turner and puts it in the back of the net to make it 3-0. Kalonji profile here in the 60th minute. You see this ball right over here all alone. Turner tried to come out, be big, did everything that he needed to do. And unfortunately, not enough. And it makes it 3-0. Goal coming from number 8, Kanye Samuel. Kalonji profile at this point. Just needing to get through the formalities of these last 28 minutes and call themselves champions once again. And you got to feel for Atletico Buford. They had an opportunity. If they could have won that match between themselves and Georgia Athletic, they would have won the trophy because they had the tiebreaker on this Kalonji Pro Profile squad. Getting that, Georgia Revolution, not Georgia Athletic. Chance in the back of the net for Kalonji Pro Profile to make it 4. You see the celebration has begun here in Columbus in the 63rd minute. It's over here on the near side with Pavlotsky and Tamimi. And Tamimi, perfect ball all the way through and blasted past Turner to make it 4-0. So goals coming within about 90 seconds of one another. Emmanuel Nagoy with that goal. Coming into this match, FC Columbus lead here. Wanting to take the shot, stacked up. Columbus Elite had only scored 13 goals. But they had allowed 31 goals. They had a goal differential of -18. That will increase before the end of the season. Kalonji per profile, they have scored 29 goals before tonight and it only allowed 14. They had a +15 goal differential. And that will increase as well. They will almost be in hand with Atletico, as Atletico Buford with a +20. They are tied with Potros FC for the best goal differential. Hopefully Kalonji Pro Profile doesn't hear me saying this and try to increase score to get that record as well. Shot deflected and will be a goal kick. Substitution for Kalonji Pro Profile. We will get to see Thierry Jules get an opportunity on the pitch. He will be replacing number 17, Amick Forster. We'll see if Thierry Jules get an opportunity to put one in the back of the net. He had an opportunity to play last week. No goals. Getting back into the mix here for Kalonji Pro Profile. Life University man. Pavlotsky. And that pass will make its way back to Irving before it makes it to Pavlotsky once again. Jules will come over to Davies and Demise. Kalonji can take their time with possession as they've already got the score. They're also up a man. They don't need to score more. That's just what they do, is attack. Tamimi with a beautiful ball and just able to get there was Turner. Sensational through ball for Kareem Tamimi. He'll play it to Davies. Tamimi. Samuel. Davies once again. Demise will go to Irving. Pavlotsky. He'll go over to the far side. Tamimi once again. Gives it to Thierry Jules. Jules gets around one man on the edge. Crossed. Still in play. Tamimi puts one past Turner. Makes it 5-0. Tamimi has been in a real good form, especially over the course of the last month. That match that they played against Mint Hill FC in the Open Cup qualifier, he scored 4. You see Tamimi gets back into position and just slots it past Turner in the 68th minute and has made it 5-0. Substitution coming on for Elite. Braden Woodsday is done. That ball will go out, be a throw for Kalonji. So Kalonji Pro Profile and Potros FC will get to add another trophy to their cabinet with wins here in the Premier Division. Division had to be split up this season. First time we've had to do that here in the Georgia Conference. As we had 15 teams here in the Premier Division. Nice cut by Cruz, and that one up and over the bar, and it will be a goal kick. The 3 teams that earned promotion with all of the realignment here in the Premier Division. The one team that didn't make it into the playoffs is going to be the team that earned instant promotion, who won the Division I in the spring season, that being Georgia Impact. As they end the season in Zone 1, they'll end the season in 5th place. Atletico Buford and Scenic City SC, they're both going to make their way into the playoffs. Tamimi gets a beautiful touch, cuts it back, rolls it. Thought about taking it himself. He'll do it finally, and almost found that side netting. And you see this all done by Kareem Tamimi. Step over, cuts, hits it with his right, and did not miss that by much. Up. And here I am doing a presentation and another goal scored, and I missed Thierry Jules' score. Makes it 6. Apologize, Thierry. We will catch that as the camera was recording that as well. Did not expect that goal as we were showing you what just happened. Cruz went down on the deck, but still in possession. Headed, cleared. Pavlovsky just able to get a touch on it to allow Tamimi to move forward. Now ball for Turner to clear. Be a throw for Kalonji. Tamimi gets past the Columbus Elite man into the box. Step overs. Sliding across. Turner with a great save. Be a corner for Kalonji, and he'll take it short. Tamimi gives it to Pavlotsky. Pavlotsky turns, gives it back to Tamimi. Into the box, headed away by Columbus. Makes its way back to Tamimi. Settles it. Tries to take on the Columbus Elite man, but he's able to knock it out for a throw. Jefferson doing what he can to keep the goal clear of another Voigt ball. Shot taken long. Out for a goal kick. Not able to completely control that was Augustine, but he wins it back, and it went out for a throw. Be a throw for Kalonji. So if you're just joining us, it is FC Columbus Elite 0, Kalonji Pro Profile 6. FC Columbus Elite shown a red card in the 59th minute for yellow card accumulation for number 5. Melosi Garon had a yellow card in the 34th and then the second yellow in the 59th. 2 goals from Blake White, another one from Akanye Samuel, Emmanuel Nagoy, Kareem Tamimi, and Thierry Jules is where we are at in this matchup. Kalonji Pro Profile will win Zone 1 regular season title, outlasting Atletico Buford, who will end in second place. The matchup between Georgia Revolution and here's another ball for Kalonji. And that one not able to find the back of the net. But that matchup between Pachuca, Georgia and Georgia Revolution will define who will be third and who will be fourth. Zone 2, we know that Potros will be in first place. We know that Scenic City will be in fourth. We'll see what happens in that match between LSA Norcross Pro and Atlanta United Academy, which one will be second and which one will be third. As it stands right now, Kalonji Pro Profile, they will take on Scenic City SC over at Shiloh High School. Thierry Jules will receive that ball. Lifts it into the box. It makes it all the way over to the far side. Kareem Tamimi will get there. Holds off the defender, but cannot keep it in play, and it's out for a goal kick. Potros FC, they will take on either Georgia Revolution or Pachuca, Georgia. Terry Jules stacked up, dispossessed, continues to try to win it back. And he gets that big 6'8" frame to get the FC Columbus Elite man dispossessed, but they had it for a few moments before Kalonji Pro Profile finally come away with possession. Grant Carr, he'll go over to Kareem Tamimi. He'll receive the ball back right at the edge of the box, trying to work around the defender. Dancing in the box. Gives it, and not able to get all contact of that. Blake White almost made his hat trick a acrobatic thing of beauty. That if that would have found its way in the back of that, that may have been goal of the season. Win it back in center circle, do Kalonji. First pass from Tamimi cut off, but he has it back. Gives it to Irving, who flips it over to Terry Jules. And that one is put away from the Kalonji man as he just caps that one over Jackson Turner. This time we get to bring Thierry Jules live and in color. And look at that, stays on side, dinks it over Turner, nothing he can do, and it's 7. Win possession again, get it to Jules. Can he get a hat trick? No, he can't. But another one for Kalonji. And another one for Blake White to get his hat trick. And it is starting to get bad for FC Columbus Elite. And you look at this one, Jules, Jackson is there, but White right, Johnny on the spot, putting it away to make it 8. Before I could even get the 7 on the board, it is now 8. Conversation going on with head coach of FC Columbus Elite and center official. Not sure. Here comes center official. Back live. Not sure exactly what that was for. Jules committing the foul. Jules putting pressure on the Columbus Elite man. They come away with it through center circle. Cruz will come over here to the near side. Jefferson gives it back to Cruz. Looking for somewhere to go. Gets it back after passing it to teammate. Shot. And that one up and over the bar. Out for a goal kick. Columbus Elite has really, really struggled to get anything on frame, especially since the red card. They have been just having to do everything that they can to keep Kalonji Pro Profile from attack. And this, as of right now, and that ball deflected off of the center official, so it'll be a drop ball. As it stands right now, this will put Kalonji Pro Profile in top seat of goal differential. Right now, they are in the plus 23 category. Both Atletico Buford and Potros with plus 20. We'll see if Potros puts more on the frame against FC Birmingham. That is going to be a hard match for FC Birmingham because you know Potros FC wants to end the season undefeated. 10 matches, 10 wins. That's what they want. They were able to defeat SSL FC last night, Potros FC. They defeated SSL 2-0. So now it's just a matter of taking down FC Birmingham, and it is 10 straight wins. Here comes the in-swinger from Tamimi. Long, high in the air, bouncing all the way through to Samuel. He'll dink it back forward, but Turner able to get there. You saw that huge frame of Terry Jules right behind Turner. Kalonji send it away. Play it over here to the near side. Samuel. Tried to through ball to Jules, not with enough pace. Columbus Elite. Again, Cruz comes over here to the near side. Thought about taking the shot. Switches it over to Augustine. He'll take a left, and great touch and parry over the top bar by Luis Vasquez to keep it a clean sheet for Kalonji Pro Profile. That'll be an in-swinger for Columbus Elite. Near cleared by Kalonji. Augustine plays it back. Recycle, he falls. And we've seen that a couple times by a couple players for FC Columbus Elite, just not able to stay on their feet. Tamimi will come over here to the near side to Samuel. That's Blake White. Plays it back. Shot right past Turner. And that one will be another one for Ngoy in the 89th minute. And just caught Jackson Turner offside. Maybe he didn't see that in time. Let's take a look at the replay again. You see, as this ball comes from Tamimi to Samuel, Blake White. I did it again. Blake White gives it to Ngoy. He takes the one time, and Turner just felt like I maybe thought he was a little bit closer or a little bit farther out. I don't know. Otherwise, 9-0. Kalonji Pro Profile. They are going to make that trip back up 75 back to Snellville, Georgia, with a smile on their face, knowing that they've won the title. They've got an Open Cup qualifying match coming up against Potros. They have a match against Scenic City SC to look forward to as well. Would not expect much, if any, stoppage time with the score like it is. Tamimi gets past, hits the brakes, thought about taking it, turn, not able to get that one in. And that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Kalonji Pro Profile get the job done here in Columbus, Georgia. They win tonight's matchup with the score FC Columbus Elite 0, Kalonji Pro Profile 9. They win Zone 1 regular season championship. They go into the playoffs in the first seed along with Potros FC. That will do it for us tonight here on ASMG TV. Tomorrow, we will be back 7:30. It'll be LSA Norcross Pro taking on Atlanta United Academy over at Meadow Creek Stadium. That match will be brought to you in Spanish. Catch all of that action. Who is going to be second? Who is going to be third in Zone 2? It's going to change. Who's going to have home field advantage? Who is going to be on the road? You'll find all that out and more. That'll end our coverage tonight. I have been Larry Weaver. Thank you for watching ASMG TV here on the ASMG TV YouTube channel. Again, like and subscribe. We'll see you in the playoffs after tomorrow's matchup between Atlanta United Academy and LSA Norcross Pro. That's it from Columbus, Georgia. Have a great evening, everybody.
This has been a presentation of the UPSL. Any use of this broadcast without the written consent of the Atlantic Soccer Media Group is prohibited.